This segment is brought to you by the Kansas Soybean Commission. The Soybean Checkoff, progress powered by Kansas farmers.
Welcome back to Farm Factor and the Kansas Soybean Update.
This is the Kansas Soybean Update. It's brought to you by the Kansas Soybean Commission. The Soybean Checkoff, progress powered by Kansas farmers. Steve Swaffar, Executive Director of No-Till on the Plains Incorporated, joins us. And Steve, during the month of May, No-Till on the Plains and the Kansas Soybean Commission will be hosting 2 spring soybean field days.
Yeah, Greg, through the generous grant given to us by the Commission, we're going to have field days on May 2nd at Windham, Kansas, and May 8th at Clay Center, Kansas, with the focus being on soybean production using cover crops to help manage resistant weeds in guys' fields. And so we have 2 host farms that have put out a couple of demonstration areas, as well as using them across their farm, that will help people see the ability of cover crops with soybean production and controlling some of these more troublesome resistant weeds that we've got out there today.
There's definitely an economic part of this in being able to use cover crops, say, in comparison with traditional herbicide uses.
One of the real advantages here is that you can put your money into seed instead of the chemical program and hopefully get some more effectiveness there. That's one of the things that these guys will share with the attendees is the actual economics of the process that they've been through, to contrast the investment that they've made in the seed instead of the herbicide program, and then maybe even some extra benefit by getting a little bit of income by using livestock with these cover crops as well.
And if people want more information about what should be some great informational events, what's the best way they can do that?
So they can go to our website at notill.org, and we've got some flyers as well as a registration sign-up area for these field days, and we'll provide the lunch for them. Yeah, notill.org is the best place to get the information.
Is there a deadline date to get your reservation in?
We'd like to have people sign up by April 27th just so we can have a meal for everybody.
And it's so important nowadays to talk about this, especially with what we have seen with these resistant weeds.
The management strategy has just gotten a little different to handle these resistant weeds, and through cover crops and soil health and crop rotation, we think we can get just a little better handle on the outbreaks of these weeds and maybe break some of these cycles as well. So these guys have been doing this for a while, and they'll share their successes and their struggles along the way with anybody that wants to come.
All right, Steve, we appreciate your time. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Greg.
That is Steve Swaffar, Executive Director of No-Till on the Plains Incorporated, who joins us on the Kansas Soybean Update. It's brought to you by the Kansas Soybean Commission. The Soybean Checkoff, progress powered by Kansas farmers. Learn more at kansassoybeans.org. For Kansas Soybeans, I'm Greg Akagi.
Hope you enjoyed this week's Kansas Soybean Update. Stay with us after the break for more with Kyle Bauer and John Coppert as they talk about the National Corn to Ethanol Research Center in Edwardsville, Illinois.
What if U.S. soybean oil were an industry sensation? If end users started asking for it by name? That future is here. The time is now. To meet customer demands, the Soybean Checkoff is investing in varieties that produce oil with increased functionality. A message from the Kansas Soybean Commission, the Soybean Checkoff, progress powered by Kansas farmers.
This Medford, New Jersey school bus runs on biodiesel, and so do these. In fact, all of these buses run on clean-burning biodiesel, which is great because the more we use biodiesel in our heavy-duty vehicles, the less carbon pollution in our air. Think how great it would be if more of our school buses ran on biodiesel. More biodiesel, less carbon pollution. More is less. Biodiesel, America's advanced biofuel.